What we're going to talk about today is leadership and how you can really become a great leader. You may well have leadership responsibilities now or management responsibilities. They're very much along the same lines. Some of the things I'll talk about are studied at Harvard and studied at the leading universities in the world, and there's some interesting insights, I think, coming out of some of the more recent studies. The first one I'd like to talk about is for you as a leader, that it's now encouraged that you as a leader will get measured on things like financial outcomes, but you really should be thinking about doing something beyond financial outcomes. And I'm thinking about there doing something for the people that are in the group, the stakeholders that are interested in the outcomes of your project or your department, and anyone else that's really got a stake in the success of your business. So it's not just in the case of a bank, asset growth or liability growth or income growth. It really is about how you go about it. And if you can develop an additional meaning in your business and in your leadership style, then you will become a more successful leader. So what I'd really encourage you to do is to find for yourself that deeper meaning, that additional meaning, and then adopt it and put it into your own style, and then pursue that so that people get to know you as a person, they get to know you as a leader, they get to know you as a businessman, but they get to know you as someone that they would like to emulate as well. I worked with a young leader at one stage, and the simple thing that he did for us was we hit our financial targets. But what he did was he really instilled standards into us, standards of excellence. So every time we came in contact with a client, then we had to serve them with excellence and with attention. Every time we came in contact with other people that were interested in the outcomes, he instilled in us and the team that I was working with a standard of excellence that stayed with me throughout my banking career. And a number of my colleagues that were working in that team have gone on to great international careers. So that was the meaning that he instilled. It wasn't just about assets and liabilities and loans and deposits in the banking field, but it was also about showing young people, showing up and coming managers, that a standard of excellence will stand them in very good stead throughout their careers. So that's one tip that I would certainly recommend for you, and the recent research confirms that. Look for something in addition to the financial targets. There's lots of leaders around that you would have heard of that have left legacies. One would be Jack Welch at GE. And the great news about GE is that his successor is a fellow named Jeff Immelt. And Jeff Immelt has fired the imagination of all of the possibly 100,000 people that work for GE. It could well be more than that. And the message that he's got, the meaning he's got, is all about sustainability. And he calls it eco-imagination. So it's good for the ecology, it's good for the imagination. You put the two words together, interestingly, it becomes eco-imagination. So when they're designing power stations or jet engines, they're always thinking of both the economic benefits as well as the sustainability of that particular technology. So that's that additional meaning I'm talking about. It's not just making a sale, it's making a sale that's going to leave a legacy. And I think you should think about your legacy as a leader as well. After you've moved on from the part of the business that you're very interested in and that you've contributed to, what will the people be saying, what will your clients be saying, and what will the shareholders be saying in 3 or 5 or 7 years' time? So I think when you start to think about the legacy that you're going to leave as a leader, you also can discover some of that deep meaning.